Hello, this is Wicked Shrapnel, and I have a little Famasturbation for you in Black Ops. I played the other day, me and Pone Stars and friends, and he wasn't using the FAMAS, but I was using the totally overpowered FAMAS. Oh my god, Wicked Shrapnel. Why are you using the FAMAS? It's so overpowered! But I like the Famasturbate, which to me is using the best gun in the game and totally raping noobs' faces with it. In Modern Warfare 3, it definitely has some guns that are preferred or overused, but I think they did a better job of balancing the game as far as no overpowered weapons. Because in Black Ops, if you watched like MLG Pro gameplay, it was like everybody was using the FAMAS. Occasionally you get someone that would use a different weapon, but not 95+% of the gameplay was all FAMAS, because the FAMAS had such predictable recoil and high fire rate that it was really hard to beat it. And Modern Warfare 3, there are some guns that are preferred. You see the MP7 a lot, and even though I don't think it's overpowered, it might be overused, and people just complain too much when you use it. So I've tried not to use it as much as possible. And there are other guns that I think are just as good. The PP90 and the P90 I think are just about as good as the MP7. The only advantage the MP7 has is like over long range, you can pick people off better than with the P90 or the PP90M1. And I am just wondering about Black Ops 2, if there's going to be a certain weapon that is the most favorable that everyone will be using. And I hope not. I hope with the way that the whole class setup is structured, that it'll leave enough dynamics to the game to allow any weapon to be just as good as another weapon, just depending on how you set it up. And I know that there are base stats on each weapon that, you know, one will be better than the other, but the stats themselves don't always matter. It's how the gun responds in the game. And from what I've heard of people that have played it early, there's really no weapons that stand out, but I think that it'll really take maybe a few days, maybe a week or so, just to have the game after it's released, and then millions of people have it. Now those millions of people, there's going to be somebody that comes along and finds some combination of guns that, or a gun with certain perks and whatever, that works a little better than everything else in the game. But I hope that Black Ops 2 is better equipped to be able to adjust settings and things like that. I hear that, you know, everything is able to be fine-tuned in the game to balance everything out. And I think that Treyarch, for the most part, has been good with doing that kind of thing. And they did make some adjustments to the FAMAS. It was way more overpowered than it is currently right now, but you can't do too much to it without just making the gun completely unusable. So even though they tuned it down, it's still a very good gun. But the AUG, I would say the AUG is on par with it. It's just that it's not as precise as the FAMAS, but it still has the same amount of stopping power, I think. And, oh, look at this. That was a nice move. Like, I heard some people over there, shot the barrel, double kill for the win. And I was able to get one more kill than Pone Stars in this game, but if he was using the FAMAS, he would have totally destroyed me. And I had host too, so that's another thing. Another thing that I hope will be a little more balanced in Black Ops 2. I know that there's really no way to balance how fast the speed of light travels or electric signals travel through routers and switches and things like that, but if you're playing the game yourself, I just hope that matchmaking matches you up with people that have the same connection speed, which that's how they say matchmaking is going to work, which I think will be better. So you're not just based on region, you're based on how fast your connection is and your ping times and yada yada yada. But if you're playing in a party, then someone is going to have a worse connection than you. If you are host and they live on the other side of the country, it's going to take more time for their controller to respond than yours does. So that's never going to go away. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this game, and talk to you later. Take it easy.